Hello everyone, I am Jiten Shonkar. My EDA Capstone project on machine learning project at the retail sales prediction. My group members are Rishi, Shumana, myself Jiten Shonkar, Ankit, Mank. So we first move with the project summary. This data set is a live data set of the Rossmann store. On analyzing this problem, we observed that the Rossmann problem is a regression problem. Our primary goal is to predict the sales figure of Rossmann problem. In this notebook, we work on the following topics. We first analyzing the data set by using the exploratory data analysis, that is EDA. So we have to be move further on different machine algorithm, that is the linear regression, elastic regression, that is Rees, Lasso and Rees, and third is the random forest and ADA boost and XGBoost. So we move with the problem statement. Rossmann store operator with 3,000 drug stores in 7 European countries. Currently, Rossmann store managers are tasked with predicting their value daily sales up to 6 weeks in advance. Store sales are influenced by many factors, including promotion, competition, school and state holidays, seasonality and locality, with thousands of individual matters predicting their sales based on their unique circumstances. Here we provided with a self data set of Rossmann 1015 Rossmann stores. The task is to forget the sales column for the test set. Note that some stores in the data set are temporarily closed for the refurbishment. So we move with some data description now. So we have to ID, an ID that represents a store or date. Store a unique ID for each store. Sell the turnover for any given data. Customer, the number of customers on a given day. Open, an indicator for whether store was open. That is, if the store was open, that is indicated by 1, and if the store was closed, that is indicated by the 0. State holiday, then there's a different state holiday in the European countries. That is A equals to public holiday, B equals to Easter holiday, C equals to Christmas, and without there is no holiday, that is presented by 0. A school holiday indicates if the store was affected by the closure of public schools or not. The store type different between 4 different store model, that is A, B, C, D. Assortment describes the assortment level. A equals to basic, B equals to extra, and C equals to extended. There is a competition distance in meter to the nearest competition store. Promo indicates whether a store is running a promo on that day or not. Promo means to there's a promotion or not, there's a offer or not, and promo to is a continuing and consecuting promotion from some store, that is 0 equals to 0 is not participating and 1 is store is participating. Promo to since year describe the year and the calendar week when the store is start participating in promo 2. Promo interval describes the consecutive interval. Promo 2 is started naming the month of the promotion is started early. For example, February, May, August, November means each round is starting in February, May, August, November of any given year for that store. So let's begin with know your data. So we have to import different libraries of NumPy, Panda, DateTime, and there are different library for sklearn, that is for machine learning, that is the train test split, standard scalar, grid search CV, random search CV, linear regression, and decision tree, and different. There's a score metric, that is R2 square, mean square error, and that is the import picker. So we have to provide two data set, the Rossmann data set, store data set. So there's the first read of data set, that is cells TF underscore head. So we have to first 5 rows of first of cells underscore TF, that is different. Okay, and they check in the info. There is a in the cells underscore TF. There is a 10,17,208 data, and there is different of 9 columns. So we have to check the tag of last 5 columns, 5 rows. As cells df dot describe define different parameters like count, mean, standard mean, 25%, 50%, 75%, and maximum. So if we check the date column of data type, so we have seen that there is a object type. So we have to change date type format in the later cleaning data. So if we check the null values of different on the cells underscore here, there is no any null values. There is no null values. But if we check in the score DF, there is a 1115, there is a row and 10 columns. If we check on the null values on store DF, there is a competition of instance, but there is a 354, competition of instance here 354, promote to since is 544. The similar way, the promote to since and promo interval. So we have to decided that we have to fill with this with zero values. So we have to move further to check where fill with NA value. We have to fill with NA value that is 0, 0. So we have to again check there is a null values or not. So in this, there is no null values. So we have to decided that store DF and the sales DF is merging and make a one data set. So we have to merge with the store column is similar in both the data set. So we have to merge with the sales DF and the store DF, and that is the common column is store, and we have to merge with the left column. So our new data set name save with the final L1. So we have to check the different the store columns, store day of week, date, sales, customer, open, 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 promo, straight holiday, school holiday, store type, assortment, competition open since month, competition distance, and different promo to scenes here. So we have to decide it. Some of the columns have different object values, something date problem. So we have to decide to change the different data types. So in the state holiday, there is 0, A, B, C, D. We have to change 0, 1, 2, 3 with a data type integer value. In similar in the assortment value, there is A, B, C that we have to change it 0, 1, 2. We have to store type that is A, B, C, D. We have to change it 0, 1, 2, 3. So we have to check within final one dot info. Integer 64 it is okay, but here the date is object, but I also check here that the float value 64, float value 64. So we have to change with integer type, and the date is within date time. So in the targeted value of targeted variable, that is cells, we have to check the value count. So we find that there is cells of 0 with a 1,70,871. It means that 16.5% of data is with cells equals to 0. Code for changing format of date object in date time, and change for object into date format, competition of instance. And similarly, as competition of instance here, promote to since here, competition distance, promote to since we have to change with integers. So we have to also other another input. So we have to check this. There is an integer 64. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. And this all is okay. But here is object. Okay. So we have to different understanding the variable with the new data set is the final one. It is final one dot at it's look good. Yeah, there is no float value. There is no object type. There is no data type. Something it is okay for different column. So we move further. We have to apply describe for our new data set final one, and we have to go another data visualization. Data visualization we start with a line chart. So of competition efficiency. In this chart, we see that the sale is highest during the 1900 because for that time that are limited number of stores, and the competition is very low. But as year pass, number of stores get increased. That means the competition also increase accordingly, and sales got declined year by year. Here we can see that there is a 1900 in the year of 1900 the sales is highest, but as we further move the year, where the sales is going to decrease day by day. In the year of 2000 and the year of 2014, the sales is not much increase, but maybe say that sales is almost approx to the 1900, but not C. So here, because of the competition, because the increase that in the competition also increase accordingly, and the sales decline year by year. So we further move with the promo to sincere and sales. Promo to sincere. We have to check that have different value of 2900 to 2015. In this, the sales in 2013 and 2015 very low because of the because of the maybe more competition year by year. The sales is not increasing. And similarly, in the day of week as sales. So in the day of first Monday, that is the sales is going good. But as further we move with the day of week, we see that the sales is decreasing day by day. So from this graph, we get inside the maximum sale is on day 1, that is Monday, and decreasing till day 6, which is Saturday. Most of the score are closed on 7 day, which is Saturday, Sunday. So the sales is close to 0. Similarly, in the competition open since month, we see that in the month of November and December, the sales is going increase. But from January to October, the sales is going to very less. So we move with the further box plot. Here the box plot is a store type. There is a different store type 0, 1, 2, 3. There is a store type. Here there is no interquartile length, and all the values we can say that there is a there is outliers. But there is a if you compare with above 3500, this value is going to or more outliers. Similarly, in the type 1, also see that there is outliers less as compared to 0. As we increase the cells also with the outliers also decreases. We have to move with the outlier because it may be noisy, but we have to check different multicularity to what happened or not, what happened upon modeling or not. Okay, we have moved further with the assortment level. There is a box plot also. You can see the similar way. There's a closest outliers. There's no interquartile, and that is 25%, 50%, 75%. The value started with something 15,000 values. Similarly, also in the 20,000 range of assortment level 1, and there's a something 11,000, we can see that to assortment level 2. So we further move with our another plot of store daily open, that is the day of week, that is the plot between the bar plot, that is day of week, how the open behaves. And similarly in the promotion, how the sales is increasing day by day or not. Similarly, in the promotion, there is a promotion of in the promotion, the sales is say that the sales is increasing if the promotion is available or is available. If the promotion is not available, the sales is going to decrease. Here the 0 represent the store which did not opt for promotion, and 1 represent for store who opt. Those stores who took the promotion, their sales are high as compared to the store who did not do promotion. Similarly, for the state holidays, Easter holiday, if the holiday, if there is no holiday, there is a good sale. If there is holiday, there is almost we can see that the sales is going to decreases day by day, as the state holiday, that is representation by one Easter holiday, second is Christmas, and third is no. So 1, 2, 3 cells in going to because of the impacted with the holiday. Similarly for a school holiday, it means if there is a school holiday, the cells is increasing. If school there is a school holiday increasing, but if school holiday is not, then the cells is decreasing. So we can observe that the most of the store remain closed during the state and holidays. But it's interesting to note that the number of stores open during school holiday were more than the that were open during the state holiday. Another important thing to note that is that the stores which were open during school holiday had more sales than the normal. So we move further with the conclusion of EDA. From plot sales and competition open since month, so sales go increasing from normal to highest in the month of December, as see above. From plot sales in day of week, sales highest on Monday and start declining from Tuesday to Saturday and Sunday close almost near to zero. Plot between plot between promotion and sales, so the promotion help in increasing sales. Type of store sells an important role in opening pattern of store. All type B stores never close except for reinforcement or other reasons. And all type B stores have a comparatively higher value and it is mostly constant with peaks appear on weekend. Assortment levels is only offered at store B type B. We can also observe the most of the stores remain closed during the state holidays. But it's interesting to note the number of stores open during school holidays are more than that of the open during state holiday. So we have to move with the feature engineering and data pre-processing. So start with feature engineering and data processing. There is a correlation heat map, and the color of that indicate the direction of the strength of the correlation. A positive correlation indicated by warm color and negative correlation indicated by the cool color. And the intensity of the color represent the strength of correlation. So the warm color is represented by the higher, that is the positive correlated is represented by the different red colors, and for the negative correlated there is representation of orange color, and the different and the intensity of the color represents the strength of the correlation. So we start with the multicolority. What is multicolority? Multicolority is a statistical term that refers to a situation where two or more predictor values in a regression model are highly correlated each other, highly correlated with each other or not. So we can say that multicolority is how much correlated with each other of two or more predictor variable. So we have to calculate for multicolority VIF. VIF stands for variance influence factor. So if the value of VIF is 1, we can say that there is highly correlated. If greater than 5, then we can say that it depends upon the model. So we have to check the different variance influence factor. So for in the above table, we said that the VIF various influence factor value for column promo 2 and promo 2 since is higher. So we will drop promo 2 and promo 2 since here, and again check VIF value. Here we drop the promo 2 column, that is promo 2 column. So we have to check different another VIF factor for different columns. So in this value, the VIF factor lies between 1 to 5 and only one column that is open, that is 9.37. So we have to consider also to for a modeling. So analysis of target value, that is cells. We have to analysis for different cells. We have to check that is a this is a histogram chart, and we have to check cells target cells that is the target variable. We have to check zero values having a cells equals to 0. We can find that there is 1,72,817 columns are 0. So we decided to drop these cells. So we will drop those stores which cells is 0, meaning that the store are closed temporarily, and then we have to train the model more accurately. So we have to take one new data set, that is new DF, and we have to drop the final one. And now we check the new DF dot set, that is if we drop these and these from 10 lakhs to 8,44,392 and now 18 column. are there. So the new DF of new data set name that is stored Devi, I have to check, and there's 8,44,392 and rows and 18 columns. So in new data set column, promo interval change into dummies. It means that each new column has a value 0 or 1. It means that the promo interval having a different January, April, July, October, November, December. So what PD dot get dummies do? It creates a different column having a value with 0 or 1. So we have to create for a new DF value. So in this, uh, our column is increasing, that is 21 columns. So we have to move with this, just like this promo interval is February, May, August, November, with having a values 1 equals to 1 and a rest is 0. So for similarly for January, for October, had here 1 and that, and in the column that is not available January, for January, April, July, October, so we have to consider it as a 0. So make a 3 column, that is February, May, August, November, January, April, July, October, and the last column is for promo interval March, June, September, and December. So we move to hypothesis testing. What is hypothesis testing? Hypothesis testing, we have take two models for modeling, model excluding which have cells 0 and model 2 by taking a whole data set. So we move with the ML model implementation. That is a model training with excluding which have cells equals to 0. So start with the model 2 by taking whole data set. We previously save our data set having final one, having a promo interval. That is, we have to change again with PD dot get dummies. And here the new column having a binary value 0, 1. So we have to having 18 columns before. So we have to increase 3 columns. That is promo interval February, May, August, November, January, April, July, October, and March, June, September, October. So defining a dependent variable, that is cells, and independent variable which is not taken. So we have to drop store, promote to sincere, date, and cells. So there is a list of independent variable, and here we define U independent with the U values and V for a dependent variable. So we have to move with the first linear regression, and a linear regression score. And here the trend, here we are splitting the data set. So there is 80% of data go for the training data set and 20% data for test data set. So 8,13,767 are go for training data set, and 2,03,442 data for test data set. So linear regression having a score value 0.86 as compared to the previous one, that is 7.60. So for the mean squared error, for different MSC, RMSC, RMPSC, R square. So here, as RMPSC increases, R square improving 0.86842. So we move with the decision tree. Here, decision tree for MSC, RMSC, or RMPSC, that is similar, but here the 0.8687 and here is 0.84. Much point values increase, that is 0.4 values are increasing. So we move with the different random forest regression. Here random forest regression, here R square is 0.9224 and root mean percentage square is 0.18. So we can say that we have improved more. So by the gradient boosting technique, that is ADA boost and the XG boost. So in the ADA boost, we can see that R square is decreasing. So we have moved with the XG boost. XG boost is 0.98 and that is 98%. So we can say that this is a good R square and we have to predict it much good model. So the last conclusion, we can start the cells column containing having a 1 lakh 72 journey, 870 row with a 0 cells. So we created a new data frame in which we remove 0 cells rows and try to train our model. We used various algorithms and got accuracy around 74%. We were also curious about the total data set and we tried to model, and we got accuracy near about 98% of this, which is far better than the previous model. So we can say that the XGBoost are the best for this data set. And thank you for the Alma Better in giving opportunity to give presentation on retail self prediction, that is the ML project. Thank you very much.